Student, we are starting one question taking the treatment of goodwill in different cases, while there are number of cases there in which the one is the number of treatment, maximum treatment for the treatment of goodwill. So this is the question. We take Verma and Sharma are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3. They admitted Ghosh as a new partner for 1/5 share of profit. Ghosh is to be bring 20,000 as capital and 4,000 as his share of goodwill premium. Give the necessary journal entries in these four cases. First, when the amount of goodwill is retained in the business. So when goodwill is retained in the business, cash account debited to Ghosh capital to premium for goodwill. It means new partner's capital is 20,000 and the goodwill is 4,000. So the total cash bought by a new partner Ghosh is 24,000 in cash. His capital is credited by 20,000 and premium is also credited by 4,000. So total 24,000 is debited in cash account. And the next transaction is premium for goodwill account debited to Verma capital to Sharma capital. So the premium of goodwill 4,000 is distributed in their sacrificing ratio, which is 5:3. So 5/8 and 3/8 is the goodwill. 8 5s are 40, 5 5s are 25, 2,500 and 1,500 is the distribution of the goodwill of the new partner Ghosh credited by the old partners in their sacrificing ratio. So the first case is there. In this, when the amount of goodwill is retained in the business, when premium for goodwill bought by new partner is retained in the business. So the first entry is cash account debited to Ghosh capital to premium for goodwill. Ghosh capital is credited by 20,000, premium for goodwill is credited by 4,000 and the total value debited in cash account is 24,000. The next, the distribution of goodwill to the old partners. So the premium for goodwill account debited to old partners capital account. So to Verma capital to Sharma capital. 4,000 is distributed in their sacrificing ratio 5:3. So 4,000, 2,500, 1,500. Goodwill bought by Ghosh credited to old partners in their sacrificing ratio. This is a treatment of the first case when the amount of goodwill is retained in the business. So student, we are taking the next case with the same question when the amount of goodwill is fully withdrawn. This is the case when the new partner bought his share of goodwill in cash and that is withdrawn by old partners in cash. So Ghosh is bring 20,000 as capital and 4,000 as his share of goodwill premium. So in the first case, the first entry passed is cash account debited to Ghosh capital to premium for goodwill. The same entry is in this case also. Next entry is premium for goodwill account debited to Verma capital to Sharma capital. Premium for goodwill 4,000 bought by new partner Ghosh is credited to old partners Verma and Sharma in their sacrificing ratio 5:3. So 4,000 is distributed in the ratio 5:3. So 4,000 is distributed to Verma 2,500 and Sharma 1,500. And after that, the one new entry is passed for the cash withdrawn of goodwill, which is in the second case when the amount of goodwill is fully withdrawn. Means the amount of goodwill bought by Ghosh, 4,000, is fully withdrawn in cash. So the journal entry passed is Verma capital account debited, Sharma capital account debited to cash. Verma capital is debited by 2,500, Sharma capital is debited by 1,500, and to cash is withdrawn by 4,000. So the student, the journal entry is passed as shown in the screen. So the B case, when the amount of goodwill is fully withdrawn. The whole amount which is bought by a new partner, Ghosh, is withdrawn in cash, so it is not retained in the business. So goodwill is withdrawn in cash. So the first entry is cash account debited to Ghosh capital to premium for goodwill, 24,000, 20,000, 4,000. So the narration is capital and goodwill bought by Ghosh is bought in cash. So the next is premium for goodwill account debited to Verma capital to Sharma capital. So the premium for goodwill is 4,000 and the Verma capital is 2,500 and Sharma capital is 1,500. And the next entry of the cash withdrawn for goodwill is Verma capital account debited, Sharma capital account debited to cash account, 2,500, 1,500 and 4,000. Amount of premium for goodwill withdrawn by old partners